Hello, good morning. I'm very grateful to my colleagues from Friends of Turkey and the Maya Foundation for this very important initiative to look at the long-term integration challenges for children refugees from Syria. I was a couple of weeks ago in Turkey, visited refugee camps in Nisip, in host communities in the urban areas in Gaziantep, and it's clear to me that the vast majority of refugees from Syria are children. They're extremely well taken care in refugees camps by the Turkish authorities. They have access to medical care, schooling, football, workshops with computers. Of course, it is refugee camps. In the circumstances they are taken care of. In the host communities, there are, of course, much more challenges because there are so many. They have access also to medical care and schooling, but the capacity is very, very limited. There are more or less 400,000 children that risk to be a lost generation. For me, it is obvious that Turkish authorities are doing their best to give access to education, skill development, language courses, moving from the emergency aid situation of the past years to focusing on long-term integration. They have developed scholarships also for the different levels of education and training from kindergarten to university. This is an area where we need to join much more forces with the European Union, and I do hope that the 3 billion euro that the European Union should disperse now fast will include a big part on supporting education for children. It is also important to give these kids a sense of normality and of daily life. We had very good meetings also with the United Nations organizations, UNHCR, the local NGOs that are doing a fantastic job, ASAM and others, to register children in a way that the more vulnerable, those that are more in need of help, are identified, and also to prevent children to get into labor. Unfortunately, even if in Turkey labor for children is illegal, I met myself in some of the centers, children that said to me, we are working. There was a kid that was 15-year-old, he was working in a 13-year-old, he was working in a shoe shop, selling shoes all day for 150 euro per month. And they told me, the mother told me, it is the only way for our family to be sustained. We need to use European funding to avoid kids to be forced to work, to sustain their families and to be able to be instead at school. I have the feeling that this EU agenda with Turkey is really the good way forward now to exchange practices, join forces, cooperate more in order to avoid the lost generation. For me, Turkey is at the moment, in the way they are taking care of refugee kids, an example of tolerance that we should bring to the European Union, as they consider them guests in their country with equal rights to the kids from Turkey. In my work in the Joint Commission for Turkey, in my work as a chair of the Intergroup on Children in the European Parliament, I will continue to work together with my colleagues on long-term solutions, on better using European funding, pushing the member states to fund more UNICEF, UNHCR, local NGOs to take care of kids. Thank you so much.